Last night, the world watched in disbelief. A man walked up to the most protected building on the entire planet, pulled a gun from his bag, and opened fire. This is the full story of what really happened outside the White House last night, and why it should concern every single person watching this right now. It was just after 6 in the evening in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, the 23rd of May, 2026. The White House was operating as normal. Journalists were on the North Lawn preparing their evening reports. Secret Service officers were at their checkpoints on Pennsylvania Avenue. President Trump was inside the building. And then everything changed in a single second. A man approached the security checkpoint at 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. He reached into his bag and pulled out a handgun. He opened fire directly at Secret Service officers standing at the checkpoint. Between 15 and 30 shots were fired in seconds. NBC News reporter Julie Tsurkin was live on camera at that exact moment, preparing to report from the North Lawn when the shots rang out right behind her. Journalists froze. Security teams scrambled. The entire White House went into immediate lockdown. Nobody was allowed in. Nobody was allowed out. The Secret Service returned fire, immediately hitting the gunman. He was taken to George Washington University Hospital in critical condition. But here is where it gets even more alarming. An innocent bystander was also caught in the crossfire. A completely innocent person simply walking past the White House on a Saturday evening was hit by gunfire and taken to hospital in serious condition. Within minutes, the FBI arrived on scene. The ATF confirmed they are now actively investigating. FBI Director Kash Patel personally confirmed his agents were supporting the Secret Service on the ground. The lockdown was eventually lifted. The press were allowed back onto the North Lawn, but the shock remained. And here is what nobody in the mainstream media is talking about. This is not the first time this has happened recently. Just weeks ago, shots were fired at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Another major security incident at another major political event. 2 incidents, less than 30 days apart, at the most protected address on the surface of this planet. The White House has some of the most advanced security systems ever built by human beings. Layers of Secret Service protection, armed checkpoints, surveillance covering every single angle. And someone still walked up, pulled out a gun, and started shooting. The question nobody's asking is this: what is happening in America right now that is making people this desperate, this fearless, this willing to walk up to the White House with a weapon? President Trump was inside that building when those shots were fired. The leader of the most powerful nation on earth was meters away from an active shooting. And we still do not know who this man was. We still do not know what his motive was. We still do not know if he was acting alone. What we do know is this: the world changed a little bit last night outside that checkpoint on Pennsylvania Avenue. And most people woke up this morning and had no idea it even happened. That is exactly why Orvault exists. Follow Orvault right now. Because when the world changes overnight, you need to be the first to know.